to talk a little bit about the different waypoints that you can add to the map. So the first type you'll notice is the whole number. And when you create an itinerary and select a start location by choosing either one of the flags or one of the accommodation locations, you'll see that a 0 waypoint appears. The next thing that you would do is then select where you're planning to stay on night 1. So we have a little bit of information, just a quick note over here that describes what to do, but I've explained in another video that you then click on any other accommodation icon that you find on the trail and you select the drop down night 1, and it'll create a 1 waypoint. And so 0 represents the start, and then every subsequent whole number represents the night that you were planning to stay in that location, or the end of the day, however you'd like to remember it. Now, if you click on the route itself between any of those whole number waypoints, you'll see that a waypoint with a decimal number appears in there. And so any waypoint with a decimal number is what we call a route waypoint. And these route waypoints, you can drag them to change your route. So I've just, it was sitting there on the main trail, I've just dragged it to take the alternate route. And then if you, quick to look over here on the trail statistics, you'll see that as I do that, the trail statistics dynamically update with the change in route that you're planning there. And you can add up to 9 different route waypoints. And so, if you want to add one here to take the transport, that's one. If you want to then drag this one over to take the alternate route as well, that's a second. And so if you're hiking really long distances, you will need all 9 of those. Or if you're taking transport where there's a lot of bus stops and you want to stay on that transport the whole way, you'll need a waypoint between each bus stop to make sure your route stays on there. And so those are the route waypoints. And in terms of the numbering, so here you've got your start location as 0. The route waypoints then between 0 and your first night, and then 0.1, 0.2. Okay, so it's kind of to step up in sequence. And then if you add your second night, say here at Refuge Col de la Croix de Bonhomme, so we put our second day there, sleeping there, and we start adding route waypoints between night 1 and night 2, you'll see now it's gone, I'm starting on day 2 at the 1 where I spent the night on day 1, and then the route waypoint's 1.1. If I add another one over here, it becomes 1.2. If I put one before the 1.1, it will shuffle all of them, so it keeps them in sequence. And so you can kind of see how it's 1, 1.1, 1.2, 1.3. So it's meant to give you this visual representation of sort of where your route, how your route is ordered. And so if you happen to sort of make them, wind them around or twist them around on each other, and the trail stats go a bit wonky with it all, then it's due to them not being in order anymore. And so if that happens to you, the best thing to do, instead of sort of clearing the itinerary, is to just remove the route waypoints from that section. And so then you've just got that clean line again, and then you can start to add them where you want to again, and it will give you an accurate picture then of the trail stats and sort of a clean ordering of the route for that section.